Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And today doing a video of one of Lucky Bastard's knives that's in his collection. And this is an awesome one. It's a Gerber, made in USA. The model number is 06064N. Lifetime warranty. Made in Portland, Oregon. Alright, let's get busy on it. Let's get down to it. Let's talk about it. Let me go ahead and read you the specs real quick so we can get that out the way, then we can get into our conversation. Item number. These specs are coming off the knifecenter.com. I found this knife available at Knife Center, Amazon, and Midway. Specifications. Item number 06064. Overall length 8.5 inches. Blade length 3.75 inches. Close length 5 inches. Weight 5.4 ounces. That's when it's inside of its case. Locking mechanism, lockback. It's as a mid-lock back. Blade style, drop point. Blade material, 154 cm stainless steel. Blade type, fine. Handle material is glass-filled nylon with gator grip overmold. Sheath material, ballistic nylon. Lifetime warranty, made in USA. Oh man, I love that. Made in USA. Let's get into it. This is a sheath knife. It's meant to be carried on your hip in a sheath. That's a nylon sheath. Here's a knife. It's an 18-degree V grind. Beautiful knife. It's about a 3mm blade thickness. It's got the overmolded handles. Let you read the labeling on it. Nice drop point. I'm going to compare it to some other knives I have out here that I would consider also folding hunters. You all know this one. The Ultimate Hunter from Cold Steel, made in Taiwan. This is a new GSM Cold Steel knife. It's got G10 handle scales with a G10 backspacer, CPM powdered steel, CPM S35VN stainless steel, and it's got what I would call a high saber grind. This one has a flat grind. It's fully flat ground. Great slicing material. This is one of my new ones I really like. One of my newer models. And this is a line steel SR11A. It has the aluminum integral handle made out of 6061 aluminum. The blade is a Sleipner steel blade. It's a flipper, frame lock flipper with a frame lock. It also has a hardened steel insert. The coating, I believe, is PVD. This is one of my favorite frame locks. Why? Because look how safe the flipper keeps your fingers. Even if this was to come undone. But it's pretty much impossible for this to come undone because once you lock it, you can't move the frame lock at all. When you unlock it, that's when you can move it. Excellent knife. And the reason why I picked these knives is because, as you can see, when they're laying side by side, the blades are basically the same. Let's do some measurements. The Gator, from the handle scale to the blade, is 3 3/4 inches, just like advertised. The Ultimate Hunter is 3.5 inches from handle scale to tip, blade tip. The SR11A is about 3 5/8. Total length of the Gator is about 8 5/8. Total length of the Ultimate Hunter is 8.5 inches. Total length of the Lion Steel SR11A is about 8 2/8. Thickness of the blade for the Gator is almost 3.1 millimeter. It was actually a little bit over 3.1, almost 3.2 millimeter. Thickness of the Ultimate Hunter, 3.3. Thickness of the Lion Steel, 4.5 or 4.5 millimeter. Let's check out the weight. Weight of the Gator, 4.3 ounces. 4.3 ounces. Weight of the Ultimate Hunter, 5.0 ounces. Weight of the SR11, Lion Steel SR11A, 5.1 ounces. These are all great knives. Now, discussion. Would I use a folder for hunting or cleaning big game animals or what have you? Yes, I would if that was the only thing I had. But my preference would be a fixed blade, a small fixed blade. My pop's favorite knife was for cleaning deer when we went hunting all the time was a Charade sharp finger, which is a very small fixed blade. And he used to love that knife. He'd carry his 120 General, but he wouldn't use the General for cleaning deer. He'd use the sharp finger because it was easier to cut out the posterior portion of the physical anatomy of the deer and, relieve it of its insides or guts and everything, so you could transport it back to wherever you need to transport it to. And doing that is a very bloody and messy task. And with folders, you get them all bloody and gunked up and everything like that, and so you would have to take them totally apart to totally clean them all out. That's the reason why I would rather use a fixed blade, because a fixed blade is a lot easier to clean than a folding knife. Especially a modern fixed blade with scales that you screw on. Lots of them have, like full tang knives, small full tang knives that are great for hunting knives, for dressing game and cleaning game. They have like 2 or 3 screws that hold on each side of the slab. And you take that off and you can really clean the knife thoroughly and easily put it back together. That's what I would recommend. That would be my preference if I was going to use a knife for cleaning game or skinning game. You don't need a big giant knife. You don't need it like a camp knife, with a combat blade, like that's like about in between 6 and 9 inches. That's kind of ridiculous for cleaning game. That's better suited for doing bushcraft work or self-defense or survival type situations. Sure, you can use those, but that wouldn't be a preference. Not for me anyway. My life, I grew up hunting and fishing, and we didn't really do bushcraft when I was a kid. I did a little bit of it when I was a Cub Scout in a Weeblo, when I was in elementary school. But that was many moons for me. many moons ago for me. So I have forgotten all those skills, and I want to reteach myself those skills. And I would rather use these for doing light bushcraft or light camp duty type chores. These would be great to me, especially this one with the full flat ground and the thinner blade. I think it'd be great for food prep, feather sticking, all that kind of stuff, the smaller stuff that you would be doing. that, you know, it'd be easier to do with a smaller knife than it would be a big camp fixed blade or something like that. That's the way I think I would use these. And they also make great EDCs just for everyday carry knives too. If you just want to have an everyday carry knife that, you know, is capable of doing different things or whatever, these are awesome knives. That'd be the way I would recommend the usage of these. This one, it doesn't have any pocket clips, so it makes the handle super comfortable. I love the way handles feel. That's the reason why you often see me take pocket clips off the handles. I know it's real convenient. It makes them really convenient for carry in your front pocket or what have you, or your rear pocket, whichever way you like to carry them. But when it comes to actually handling the knife, I think they always feel better to me without the pocket clip. This handle feels really good. It feels like a Demco handle. There I go again, Andrew Demco. But this is a super good feeling handle grip. It fully feels, my hand feels fully comfortable on it, and it's contoured, and I just like the way it feels. The pattern of the Crayex that's overmolded over the FRN is supposed to be like alligator skin. I don't know if you can see that. The back spacer looks like FRN. It's an awesome knife. It's got a really nice half stop too. You can hear it, huh? And yes, you could open and close it with one hand if you want to. You just gotta know how to wrist flick. Awesome knife. Absolutely love it. And these you can get for a fairly good price. They're like $69 in the 60s, in the $60 range, which is an awesome price for a knife that's made in the United States, and it's 154 cm. 154 cm. 154 cm ingot steel, which is an awesome stainless steel. I highly recommend this knife for anybody that's interested in a light duty camp knife, or even, you know, if you prefer to use folding knives for hunting, for a hunting knife, or what have you. It's a beautiful knife. And just to let you guys know I'm getting into this weekend, because I have this weekend off. I took the weekend off because my niece is graduating from high school and her graduation's on Saturday. So I took Saturday and Sunday off. And probably on Sunday I'll probably get out and do a little fishing. I want to go down into the Delta by Rio Vista, Steamboat Slough and all that, and hit up some of the sloughs and do a little fishing. And when I do that, I'm going to bring my camera, my tripod, and we'll do a little filming of me trying to do some bushcraft. Yes, I said trying. Like I said before, you know, I grew up, you know, helping out my grandpa with livestock. You know, he had pigs, goats, chickens, and cows that, you know, needed to be taken care of. Plus, he had a slew of, I don't even know how many kitty cats he had. Every time somebody's cat had babies, he used to always give them to my grandpa. And he had a bunch of dogs that he used for hunting. And the cats, the reason why you have a bunch of cats when you live out in the middle of nowhere is because they keep away the rattlesnakes and snakes period, and rodents, you know, like all the field mice and all that, away from your house. Because cats are some pretty serious predators. People don't really realize that. But you take your house cat and let it stay outside, it turns into a predator. Instantly. It'll eat, you know, if it can kill all the birds and snakes and everything that moves in its area that it can get its paws on, it will kill it and eat it. Cats are pretty vicious. They look nice and sweet and innocent, but they can be vicious. Myself, I'm a cat person. I love cats. My first pet was a cat, Jingle Bells, when I was 5 years old. Got her for Christmas. She was a kitten that came from a litter from our neighbor, the Lee family, and it was a gift to me. And she was a gift to me. Her mother was named Sunshine. That was my first pet. That was my pet. We always had dogs and stuff like that because I grew up in a family that hunted, and so we always had hunting dogs and all of that. But they weren't really like my dogs. They were like more like my father's dogs. And even though I played with them and grew up with them and stuff like that, Jingle Bells was a pet that was given to me. And that was my first pet, a kitty cat. I just like cats. I like cats. I've had some bad, well, I won't say bad cats, but I've had cats before that like tear up furniture and poop and pee all over the place and stuff like that. And I love them too until they got old and passed away. But not all of them are perfect like Juno. Juno's a great little kitty cat. Awesome companion. I've had her for 14 years now. And she's probably a senior citizen, but she still acts like a kitten. Absolutely love this knife. I highly recommend it. I think it's a great value. You know, it's American made, 154 cm. It's a nice size. It's a nice size for self-defense if you want to carry for self-defense. And it doesn't have any nail nicks or fullers on it. But the way that the blade is, it's very easy to just pull it out. You don't need all that. Or you can do like you saw me do earlier. You can do a wrist flick. Awesome knife. But when I was young, I didn't really get into, when I was a Cub Scout in Weeblo in the elementary school, that's the only time I really did like bushcraft stuff, that's part of learning, being a Cub Scout or Weeblo, things that you had to, do to get your merit badges and everything. But I've forgotten all those skills. And I've been watching everybody that I can on bushcrafting because I'm trying to self-teach myself on what type of things that will be good for testing blades and stuff like that. Because I'm not into destruction stuff. I just want to find out my blades that I have, that I've picked out for bushcrafting, for camp use, will actually be good camp use bushcrafting knives or survival knives. And the ones I picked out, as you know, I got the Italian 3V AK-47, and I got the Italian 3V Warcraft. Both of those are my cold steel knives I have that I picked out a long time ago that I told everybody I was going to get out and do stuff with, but I never did because I just had to work all the time. And but now I got a little bit of free time, so I'm gonna start trying to get out whenever I have a weekend to go fishing and do a testing on some knives. And the other knives I got for bushcrafting are my EK50. I bought the EK50 for that, the K-Bar EK50 with a 1095 Crowvan steel. And what else did I get? I got the BK9 with 1095 Crowvan steel. And I also got another one that you guys haven't seen yet, but you guys might see it this weekend because that might be the first one I actually do, because I'm really curious to see how it works. But then again, I probably need to do the AK-47 or the Warcraft first, because those are ones I promised everybody a long time ago first. I never did anything with them. It is a SE6. I got the SE6 with the 3D handle. That's the one I'm really kind of excited about. I haven't received it yet. It should be here this week, within the next day or two. And hopefully it'll be here before the weekend. That's what I'm hoping. But I really want to try that one out. My Tops Wild Pig Hunter, I didn't get that really for bushcrafting. I got that really just to be a survival combat knife. I didn't really get for the purpose of, batoning and doing all the things that you do to make campfires and stuff like that. Even though I'm sure it can do that, eventually I probably will try, do some stuff with that one too. But I'm gonna do stuff with the other ones I got for bushcrafting first, and see how they go. And after watching all the bushcrafting stuff and everything, I don't know if the AK-47 and the Warcraft are going to be my favorites. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have to try them out, you know. I think the SE is going to be my favorite for actually bushcrafting, the SE and the BK9. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Give you guys another look at this one. It's a beautiful knife. I would say go and get one. If you need a knife like this, it's less expensive than this one. This one's over $100. You know, just slightly over $100. You know, it depends on where you get them at. This one is about $200. So these are a lot more expensive than this one. And this one could probably do everything that these two can do. And actually, I think the handle feels better in my hand. This one has the best feeling handle out of all three of these knives. Even though, you know, I love my G10. I love my American G10 that Cold Steel uses. It's one of my favorite, you know, handle materials of all time. And I absolutely love this integral 6061 aluminum handle and frame. It's all one piece. So there's nothing to hold, you know, to get out of alignment or anything on this one. It makes it extra strong too. And I love the way the flipper is. I love that. I love the hardened steel insert. I love the frame lock. Once you put this frame lock into position, you cannot move the frame lock at all. So it stays in position. So I would highly recommend this knife if you want to get a frame lock. That's actually a really good frame lock and it's super strong. This is the strongest and best one I've seen so far. I absolutely love it. SR11A. They also have a titanium version of this and it costs a lot more. It costs like over $300 or whatever. And this has the Italian Sleipner steel. I shouldn't say it's Italian, but it has Sleipner steel. Sleipner is like a better form of D2. It's a semi-stainless carbon steel, just like D2 is. But the thing about it, it's supposed to not chip and it's supposed to be tougher. It holds the edge. But it is, I'm told it is very hard to resharpen. You have to use like diamond stones. The coating on that is PVD, I think. But anyway, that's about all I got for you today. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day, and I hope everybody didn't have to spend too much money on gas. Gas has gotten, you know, in California here, you know, gas is $6 a gallon for regular unleaded. Where I live, I just went and put gas in my car today, you know, to go to work or whatever. And it cost me $56. I know it doesn't sound like much, but my tank is holds like, I think it holds 10 gallons or something like that. And when it gets empty, you know, I end up, like today I put like 9 gallons in it, I think it was. And it was like $56. You know, it used to be half that much to fill up my tank. And it's like, it's hurting my pocket wallet a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I'm feeling it. But it's not super bad, you know, but I could deal with it, but I wish, you know, I don't know, you know, I'm starting to feel like I'm ready to go electric or something, you know, because I'm getting tired of spending all this money on gas. Spend over $100 a week on gas. You know, I got a car that gets good gas mileage. My little Nissan. It gets like about 40-something miles per gallon. And, you know, and I'm still spending, you know, over $400 a month for gas. It's getting kind of ridiculous, you know. But anyway, that's enough of my gripe. That's enough of my rant about the gas prices. But I know lots of you guys that live in other states, your state doesn't put a bunch of taxes in your gas, so your gas is a lot cheaper than ours. Our gas prices are full of taxes. They tax everything, and you know, they put all, I don't know, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. But anyway, I love all these knives, and this is an awesome knife out the bunch. I think this is the best bang for your buck out of all these knives. It's the Gerber Gator. I would say go get you one. And they also offer this in a what do you call it, a clip blade. Yeah, a clip blade It's like a Bowie shaped blade. And it's a 420HC, I think it is. And it's even a little bit cheaper than this one. It's like $59 or something, $56. It's like $10 more than that one. I would spend $10 more and get this blade. It'd be a $10 well spent. Now I like the drop point blade a little bit better on this one. But they have the same handle, just different blade type. But go check them out. Go check them out. Amazon, Knife Center, and Midway, USA. And Midway, USA didn't have no super deals this Memorial Day. I was waiting to see some things like, drop. But they didn't really do a big Memorial Day sale this year. I hope they're not going to stop doing their sales on holidays. But anyway, did you guys find any great sales anywhere? I didn't really see any great Memorial Day sales. That's like maybe free shipping and stuff like that. But I didn't see any massive price drops on any of the items. So I didn't even mess around. I didn't even buy anything. Well, I did buy something. I bought the Essie. But it was just like at a regular price, though. I don't know if it was a special price. But anyway, peace out, Stiletto. Hope you all having a great day. Peace.